Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So yes, we are into the discussion of the MacBook Air 15. This is it right here. This is a MacBook Air 15. We've been using this computer, since about the day Apple had announced it, since it was available to purchase. This is it right here. Pardon the background right here. We are actually at a park, which brings me up to this particular point with the MacBook Air 15. I think it is an overall just a great computer. If you are going to have one primary computer, I think this one would be it. So we've done videos in the past talking about like our MacBook Pro 16, and we are looking for a companion computer to go with the MacBook Pro 16. And what do I mean by companion computer? So the MacBook Pro 16 is quite a large computer. If you were to take that computer on a plane with you, it is very hard to put on a tray table, but the 13 fits just about perfectly. But the 15 right here, I do think is that almost perfect size because you've got quite a bit of screen real estate right here. Hopefully you can see a little bit of what you see here. But yeah, you've got quite a bit of screen real estate with the 15, but yet you're not having to compromise with the 13, but yet it is still very, very lightweight. This is indeed super duper lightweight. This does even have a case on it, but if you were to close this down all the way, it is unbelievable how thin the computer feels, because it does feel like a very, very svelte, lightweight computer, probably about, I would say, almost half as thin. It's not going to be like that truly on paper, but it feels like it's half as thin as the 16 and weighs about half as much as our 16-inch M4 Pro MacBook Pro. So this is not going to be a technical review of the computer. I just want to give you a little bit of our experience and using the computer for the past month plus or so. So it's been able to do everything I've wanted this computer to do, especially when compared to the MacBook Pro 16. So Microsoft Office apps, Google Chrome, Safari, checking email, web browsing, remote desktop, a little bit of Pixelmator Pro editing, Final Cut Pro, and I forgot to tell you what this configuration is. So this is the 15-inch MacBook Air. This is the midnight color, and we have got 16 gigs of RAM to start with. And then the only upgrade we made is to go from 256 to 512 gigs of SSD storage. So everything else is the same, but you are getting that 8-core CPU. That's for performance, for efficiency. And then this also has the unbinned M4 processor. So you're also getting 10-core GPU also included with this computer. So let's get back to how everything runs, and pretty much everything just runs very, very smooth, very, very fluid. So the big difference between this computer and like a MacBook Pro, you're going to have a few things. One, first and foremost, is going to be the display. So you're going to have IPS LCD LED display on this computer. On the 16-inch and the 14-inch, the MacBook Pro models, you're going to have mini LED, 120 Hertz ProMotion displays, super bright, super high contrast. Those are very, very good quality displays. It does get brighter than this particular display right here. And especially if you're using it in the sun, you will notice a display brightness difference. Other thing you're going to notice are the ports. So you're going to have 3 Thunderbolt 4 or Thunderbolt 5 USB-C ports, and then you're also going to have HDMI out and an SD card reader, where on this you do not. You get your 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, headphone, and MagSafe. But if you are somebody who likes to create content, you're going to need an SD card. You will have to either carry it with you or plug your camera or device directly from the device directly into this computer right here via USB-C cable. With our use, I know the battery life is rated quite high, but it gets actually about 13 to 14 hours of true legitimate battery life. So a little more than a day and a half. The 13, when comparing this to, 13 gets about a day and a half, about 12 hours of battery life. And so this gets a little bit more, and I say it gets a little bit more. They should be the same, but this is also a bigger computer. So it's got a little bit bigger battery, so this does get slightly better battery than that particular computer. So everything else, again, has been fast. It's been fluid. There's no complaints, nothing at all about it. And again, the size, it's so small, so svelte, especially for a 15-inch display. I do think that if you are looking for one computer to rule them all, not adding this on as a computer to another device, but if you just had to get one computer, I would think this one may be the computer for you. And you can still hook this up if you wanted to dock it, hook it up to 2 external displays. And so you've got that, but again, you don't have the pro features like that 120 Hertz mini LED ProMotion display. You don't get that third port, you don't get HDMI, you don't get an SD card reader. If those ports are a deal breaker for you, then you may want to consider bumping up a few $100s more. If you can get on sale, go for a Pro model. However, I will say this, if you do go with the MacBook Pro 14, you will absolutely notice the screen size, screen difference, because I think the 14 compares more to the 13. This 15 compares more to the 16 in terms of screen size and screen real estate. So, but I just wanted to give you all our opinion on this computer and what it's been like to really use it. A really, really high quality computer, great trackpad, great keyboard. It's fast, it's fluid, and it's very, very portable for what it is. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.